another quick challenge here. We're going to go around the room, and I'm going to start this off. Say something positive about my favorite Star Trek, Voyager. It's over. Corey?
I really liked that there was finally like a female captain, and I liked a lot of the dealing with trauma events that they touched on.
That's pretty good.
I liked that also.
Yeah.
And I really liked Robert Picardo.
Oh, I love him.
Robert Picardo's wonderful.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always
Especially when he's teeny tiny.
That was.
When did you last take shore leave?
Leave.
I was. This is a neutral reaction, but I was amused by production desperately trying to hone in on what Kate Mulgrew's hairstyle was supposed to be.
Oh, yeah.
Because initially, that massive bun was not a good. That didn't play well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no! So the Sovereign class starship is, in my opinion, the Bangle-designed BMW 3 series of Starfleet ships.
Oh my god.
That said, the Intrepid class is a sexy ship.
Which one's the Intrepid?
That is the USS Voyager.
Okay. So which one's the first one you said?
Sovereign class is the Enterprise E. I do not like Enterprise E and forward. I think it's a step back from the graceful curves of the Enterprise D era and the boxiness of the Excelsior class.
Completely removing their emergency medical hologram from the equation, what do you think of the Prometheus? Remember that episode?
God, that was the one that split into 3 parts, right?
Something like that,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then
That
there was
was-
milk
Ken
inside.
Alien just asked, thoughts on the Prometheus class? That was a weird episode.
Way ahead of you, buddy.
It took me a long time to come down on liking the Gundam Double Zeta, which was a 3-part combiner as well. I think splitting and combining ships is a bit much. I loved the way the Enterprise D did it because it was fraught every time they did it. It was only for emergencies, and it was always a dangerous thing. Whereas,
Is that an actual picture of the
Yes.
USS? That's ugly as hell.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It had weird guns, and
it does that.
It split like that. And,
That's not bad, actually.
and the emergency medical hologram on the Prometheus was played by Andy Dick.
What Star Trek was this?
Voyager. Voyager's the one with all the weird guest stars because they were on UPN.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Which is why I like Jason Alexander and The Rock.
I think I fell off the 5th or 6th time. They had the ability to get home but chose not to. So I guess halfway through season 1.
Reasonable.
There we go. Dad Left-Handed put it best. The Prometheus was a toy commercial for a toy that doesn't exist.
Nice. Yeah, I really like the idea of Voyager and like a lot of the cast, but it was, I got super frustrated by, we can totally get home, but we won't.
It might hurt someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Space Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, I don't know if like turning ghosts into crystals that you can burn is a really like moral high ground to take. Like,
And they did have the
Oh, I remember that strike from Destiny.
and they
The
did
moral high ground.
they did have the
No,
episode
the turning ghosts into crystals.
right. Yeah, there was a whole thing about that. Yeah, and they did have the episode that the writers for which later apologized, and that has been sort of unofficially decanonized by the fan base for being very bad.
Well, they wrote some Animorphs fan fiction.
I like the salamanders.
I just don't understand how they were back to being perfectly normal, normal, unaffected human beings at the end of the episode.
It's a very good point.
You know, Star Trek.
We were talking about the fact that Picard doesn't really seem to feel the effects of the inner light
Yeah.
enough. No, yeah.
Which one? It was the episode called Threshold.
Yes.
They go past warp 10, and Janeway and Paris turn into lizards and make weird lizard babies. Like they have like 3 tiny, they have a clutch of warp 11 lizard children, and then at the end of the episode, the doctor's like, "Oh, you're all back to normal. Good." That was weird. Hey.
Out here we are, not up here anymore.
Yeah. Space mescaline.
Can I give Voyager a backhanded compliment?
Please.
Does that fit the challenge?
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean,
I
Andrew
I
did.
straight up dunked
no
on
one
him
is
several
allowed
times.
to complain about Wesley as like the audience self-insert character after Voyager happened. Because Paris is way more insufferable in most of the times they use him like that.
Yeah, he gets better, but he starts as a real wiener. I'm just sad that they couldn't make him the same character. Because he was supposed to be, can't remember his name. He was supposed to be the leader of
Wesley's
Red Squadron. No, from that episode
The First
where
Duty.
Wesley was at the academy.
Right.
Yeah, but they Nick Locarno. Thank you. He was supposed to be Nick Locarno, but if they did that, then they would have had to pay the writer of that TNG episode, like
Oh God, every time.
for every single episode of Voyager. And so they were like, all right, we're just going to use the same actor and create a new character with a basically identical backstory. We cool? Cool.
Yeah.
And it's like, ugh.